Howdy, I'm Max Selector with Everglades Equipment Group, and this will be part 2 of our Stihl series. Today, I've got a few Stihl products behind me, but the main difference today is I'm going to be comparing Stihl battery stuff with their Stihl gas counterparts. The first thing we got to know is Stihl's battery line has four categories of battery. They have the AS, the AI, the AK, and the AP. But the two that we're going to talk about today are the AK and the AP. Now the AK, which is a smaller battery right here, this is your homeowner series. A little less charge. It's made for their homeowner series battery products. The AP right here, this is professional grade. Longer charge times, more powerful battery for their more powerful professional grade battery products. Now, in our comparison today, so we're going to start with our trimmer, and this is our FSA 60R. This is part of our AK Homeowners Stihl battery series, and we're going to be comparing it against the FS 56R, which is our gas equivalent of that FSA 60. So for blowers, we've got the BG50, which is our gas Stihl unit, and in battery, we have the BGA 57 right here. Last but not least, the MS180C gas unit and the MSA 200C battery unit. All right, up first, we got the FSA 60. Now, this thing is comparable to our FS56R as far as gas model trimmer goes, but this is the most powerful of the AK Homeowner Series battery product trimmers. And honestly, it's pretty impressive, and it is extremely quiet. All you can hear in this thing is the head moving. There's no noise up top. It's just the head and the wires cutting air. The FSA 60R, this is the most powerful of the AK Homeowner Series trimmers. Again, this is, as I have said a million times, with all of their battery products, super intuitive and simple. You plug your battery in, which is back here, I'll show you all in a second. Push this forward, push your safety down, pull your throttle, and you are trimming. Extremely simple. Now this thing with the battery in it weighs right around 9.8 pounds, and you have 32 minutes of run time. And again, run time is full throttle running, 32 minutes. You can get most jobs done in that time. Back here, there's your little battery slot. That's about it for the FSA 60R. Stihl's most powerful of their homeowner battery trimmers. Moving on to the FS56R. So right here, there's your kill switch. Here's your safety and your throttle. Right here, this will be your choke. And these three holes are your carb adjustments. Right here, you can kind of see it. This is your primer bulb, hidden in this little crevice. This is your fuel. There's your start accord. Now this thing is pretty simple. I mean, intuitive, easy to use, but it really does not compare to the FSA 60R. Now this thing weighs in right about 10.6 pounds, full of fuel that is, and its run time is about 75 minutes of wide open throttle. All right, up next, we've got our BGA 57 here versus our BG50. Now this BG50 is a small gas blower, but it is extremely comparable to this BGA 57, which, as I said before, the AK series, our homeowner series, this is the most powerful handheld blower of our AK homeowner series. Super simple. Quiet, man. No gas motor, very little noise, super strong. Now we are close up on our BGA 57 blower. This is AK series, so this is a homeowner series blower, but it is pretty dang powerful. And the BGA 57 is the most powerful of the homeowner battery series. It weighs right in at about 8 pounds. It has a run time of 30 minutes. However, that's pretty deceiving. 30 minutes is 30 minutes of use. It's not 30 minutes of just plugging the battery in and it's sitting here. 30 minutes of you wide open throttle doing the job. Now, as far as controls go, extremely simple. Safety, another safety right here, and then you literally just pull the throttle and it goes. Quiet, no gas motor noise, no idling, no pain in the butt, pull start. On the back here, This is where you got your battery set up, right here. As you can see, your AK30 battery pops right on out or pops right back in. Very, very easy. Okay, so now we're close up on the BG50. This thing is also fairly simple as far as fuel-powered blowers go. Up top here, you got your choke. It's this little deal. You got your starter right there. Right here, kind of hidden back there, is your primer bulb. This is your fuel fill. Up top, this right here is your kill switch. Pretty unique in that it's like an actual switch compared to like the chainsaws. And your throttle, very simple, but not so simple compared to your BGA 57. The BGA is hard to beat. Now this thing weighs right in about 8 pounds, so the exact same weight as your BGA 57. And your run time is about 60 minutes. And that's 60 minutes of wide open work, not 60 minutes of just idling around. Finally, we're at our chainsaws. We got the MS-180C versus the MSA-200C. As I've said probably 2 or 3 times before, the most impressive thing about these battery-powered machines is that they are quiet. I mean, all you hear is the chain spinning and the motor in here turning. That's it. There's no loud noises coming from a gas motor. It's quite literally just the mechanical parts moving. Here's a close-up of our MSA-200C. Now the main thing I want to show y'all here is how simple these things are. Up front, all you got is your bar oil fill and your quick stop. It's standard on pretty much every saw nowadays. Up top, here's your battery, 2 little switches, pop it right out, pop it back in to run. And on the back, as far as controls go, here's your safety. So you engage this and you pull the throttle. I'm not gonna do that right now, I got the battery in. But safety, push it in, squeeze the throttle, and you're cutting. You don't even have anything on this side aside from how you tighten and loosen your chain. This is your chain tensioner setup right here. Extremely simple, extremely intuitive to use. I mean, a monkey could figure this stuff out. Now we're close up on the MS-180C. The main difference about these saws will be your weight and your runtime, as well as your controls. The MSA-200C has a runtime of about 55 minutes with our AP300S battery, and it weighs right around 10.2 pounds. Now the MS-180 has about an 80-minute runtime and weighs in at 10 pounds, but your 80 minutes of runtime is 80 minutes wide open throttle. That does not count any time you spend idling or moving from job to job with the saw on. As far as controls go, turn it on its side. Up front, your bar oil fill right here. Quick stop. Fuel goes back here. Here's your starter. It's another great thing about these battery powered saws, man. There's no starter, never pull start, and you just press a button and you're ready to go. On the back, you've got your shroud. Stick your flathead in here, pop it off. Your air filters in here. Your controls. Kill switch, run, all the way down to choke. Safety, throttle. On this side, same chain tensioner setup as you have on the electric saws. Again, the MSA-180C is pretty simple, but it's beat out by this MSA-200, man. This MSA-200 is simple, intuitive, easy to use. It's fantastic. Finally, we've got the batteries powering these beasts. So as you can see, you got your AK battery and your AP battery. The AKs they measure by 10s. So the smallest AK battery is AK10, AK20, AK30. AK30 is your biggest. You press this button, it'll show you how much charge you got. Super, super useful. Now you got your APs. Your APs don't measure in 10s like the AKs, they measure in hundreds. I don't know why Stihl did that, but that's just how it is. So you got your AP 100, 200, 300, and then you got your 300S, which is slightly more expensive, but it is a longer lasting battery. Still super simple like the AK, there's not much to these things. Press that, lights up with how much battery you got. Side by side, that's about how they compare. There you go, there's your AK and your AP batteries. That will be the end of our first part of the battery versus gas series from Stihl. Now go ahead, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And if you have any questions or concerns, please let us know in the comments. It'll give us a little bit of guidance for future videos. And if you want to know more about battery versus gas Stihl products, stick around and stay tuned for part 2.